Hello children, it's your favorite Uncle Robbie. And tonight we have a very, very special Christmas time event here on Uncle Robbie's Science Corner for you. Tonight I'm going to do my very special annual reading, and I usually only do it once a year, maybe twice if some liquor store or other wants me to sit there and scare the living shit out of children. But tonight, for your pleasure, I am going to do a reading of the little book, ASTRID Lindgren's The Tomten. I have to tell you, The Tomten, okay, and you can see it right there. You can read the whole thing. Pause the camera right now. Pause your video right now, right? And you can read it, but I'll read it to you. This classic story of the Tomtens' nocturnal visits to all of the residents of a wintry farm has been reminding children of the promise of spring for over 30 years. And more than that, because I read this when I was a little kid, and I'm 52, so trust me. The friendly troll, Tomten, will be a welcome visitor, highly recommended. And that's from the School Library Journal, Starred Review. Wilberg's lovely full-color paintings convey the hushed atmosphere of night in the Swedish countryside, and also the sweet charms of the Tomten. The gentle story, with its eye-filling scenes, is an apt choice for bedtime read-alouds, and that was from Publishers Weekly. And then, of course, the Chicago Tribune said, a picture book of rare distinction. Well, guess what, guys? Tonight, it's my turn. Because I am the Tomten. So anyway, children, I'm sitting here wearing my Finnish sweater, my very Swedish sweater, and I'm going to read you a book called The Tomten, adapted by ASTRID Lindgren, from a poem by Victor Ryberg, illustrated by Harold Wiberg. Too many goddamn Swedish names. I don't know how to handle this yet, but anyway. The greatest memories I have of Christmas was being in the Santa Lucia pageant at the Amatra Hall in Brooklyn. A bunch of squareheads. Standing around drinking, smoking, eating, watching the little children, who I was one of, dancing and doing the Lucia pageant. But, I forgot for so long that I was actually a Viking. And there are little tales like this that come from Viking lore. I love the Tomte. My friend Karina Gebel from Cherry Valley gave me this years ago. Okay, years ago. I still have it. It's still one of my most precious possessions. So Karina and Mark and Ben, I am the Tomten. So without further ado, I want to share my Christmas tradition with everyone here. Usually I'd be sitting in a liquor store in Cherry Valley reading this to, small children, wearing black leather, of course, but tonight I'm wearing my very Finnish sweater, very Finnish. Did you know that in the Winter War, when the Russians invaded Finland, the Finnish just started shooting the Russians, and the war didn't end until the Russians had no more real estate, really, to bury the bodies, and the Finnish had just basically run out of bullets. Moral to the story is, never run out of friggin' bullets. Anyway, without further ado, once again, this is Uncle Robbie's rendition of Astrid Lindgren's The Tomten. It is the dead of night. The old farm lies fast asleep, and everyone inside the house is sleeping too. The farm is deep in the middle of the forest. Once upon a time, someone came here, cut down the trees, built a homestead, and farmed the land. No one knows who. The stars are shining in the sky tonight. The snow lies white all around. The frost is cruel. On such a night, people creep into their small houses, wrap themselves up, and bank the fire on the hearth. Here is a lonely old farm where everyone is sleeping. All but one. The Tomten is awake. He lives in a corner of the hayloft and comes out at night when human beings are asleep. He is an old Tomten who has seen the snow of many hundreds of winters. No one knows when he came to the farm. No one has ever seen him. But they know he is there. Sometimes when they wake up, they see the prints of his feet in the snow. But no one has ever seen the Tomten. On small, silent feet, the Tomten moves about in the moonlight. He peeps into cowsheds and stables, storehouse and tool shed. He goes between buildings, making tracks in the snow. The Tomten goes first to the cowshed. The cows are dreaming that summer is here, and they are grazing in the fields. The Tomten talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language the cows can understand. Winters come and winters go, summers come and summers go, soon you can graze in the fields. It's Tomten language, obviously. You don't have to understand it, but I do. The moon is shining into the stable. There stands Dobbin thinking. Perhaps he remembers a clover field where he trotted around last summer. The Tomten talks to him in Tomten language, a silent little language a horse can understand. Winters come and winters go, summers come and summers go. Soon you will be in the clover field. Now all the sheep and lambs are sleeping soundly, but they bleat softly when the Tomten peeks in at the door. He talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language the sheep can understand. All my sheep, all my lambs, the night is cold, but your wool is warm, and you have aspen leaves to eat. Then on small silent feet, the Tomten goes to the chicken house, and the chickens cluck, contentedly when he comes. He talks to them in Tomten language, a silent little language chickens understand. Lay me an egg, my jolly chickens, and I will give you corn to eat. The dog kennel roof is white with snow, and inside is Caro. Every night he waits for the moment when the Tomten will come. The Tomten is his friend, and he talks to Caro in Tomten language, a silent little language a dog can understand. Caro, my friend, is it cold tonight? Are you cold in your kennel? I'll fetch more straw and then you can sleep. The house where people live is silent. They are sleeping through the winter night without knowing the Tomten is there. Winters come and winters go. I have seen people large and small, but never have they seen me, thinks the Tomten. He tiptoes across the children's cot and stands looking for a long time. If they would only wake up, I could talk to them in Tomten language, a silent little language children can understand, but children sleep at night. And away goes the Tomten on his little feet. In the morning, the children see his tracks, a line of tiny footprints in the snow. Then the Tomten goes back to his cozy little corner of the hayloft. There in the hay, the cat is waiting for him, for she wants milk. The Tomten talks to the cat in Tomten language, a silent little language a cat can understand. Of course you may stay with me, and of course I will give you milk, says the Tomten. Winter is long and dark and cold, and sometimes the Tomten dreams of summer. Winters come, winters go, summers come and summers go, soon the swallows will be here, thinks the Tomten. But the snow still lies in the deep drifts around the old farm in the forest. The stars shine in the sky. It is biting cold. On such a night, people creep into their small houses and bake the fire on the hearth. Here is a lonely old farm where everyone is fast asleep. All but one. Winters come and summers go. Year follows year. But as long as people live at the old farm in the forest, every night the Tomten will trip around between the houses on his small, silent feet. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. Anyway, God bless you all. I love you. The Tomten. The Tomten. The Tomten.